you did get 6 guys in your mock draft, so we're going to give you that because I thought I said I predicted that you would get 6, but I said in the first 18, so I was a
Yeah,
little ambitious there, but the number is still 6 regardless. Enough about your mock. Let's talk about the Vikings too. You talked a little bit about linebacker Jack Golda from Cincinnati, and they're getting the band back together from Cincinnati. They got a few Cincinnati guys in this draft, but for Vikings took him at they traded down from 49 to 51 and picked up another later pick, and they grabbed Golda. What do you know about this guy? Reportedly, players whose skills are kind of ascending is what I was reading.
he's the guy we just talked about with, that, he's that sneaky pick of like trying to replace Grenard in that outside linebacker rotation. Even though he's a linebacker, and some people view him as an off-ball linebacker, like a middle linebacker. The Vikings clearly view him as a Van Ginkel type that can play that role, but also play inside whenever Cashman's done. Say Cashman is
left, doesn't he?
Yeah. So this is a very versatile guy. All these guys, all 9 guys, were seniors. They were productive. A lot of them were captains. There was definitely a theme going through with being seniors, being productive, being kind of explosive players, which is nice. So, whenever you get explosive players in the draft.
Okay, so we're like I said, I looked around, and a lot of people praised the Vikings for that pick. They also liked Dominic Orge out of defensive lineman out of Iowa State, and you talked about him. He's supposed to be a good run stopper, but he only had 1 sack in 4 years in college. Might have gone higher except for some character issues. I guess his conditioning and weight control have been issues, but it also seems like they could have waited on him. Did they go too early with the big?
I think they were, not according to their board. And what nose tackle doesn't have, struggles with, Pat Williams had struggles with weight problems, and Pat Williams was an immovable, force there for a long time. He's the guy that, you're trying to get size, you're trying to get some presence in the middle to try and stop the run, which they struggle with at different times last year. It's especially early on. You think back to games that where like Atlanta comes out in that first home game, or that's week 2 or whatever, and just runs all over the Vikings right from the start. And there were certain games like that where you're like, man, if they could have stopped the run, but then the defense sort of came around, but stopping the run is something they need to do better at.
Did they draft 2 starters on the defensive line?
Potentially, yeah. If again, the big if with Banks, Banks walks in right away and starts, and then Orge probably competes with Tyrion, guy they drafted last year. It's off season, Joe, but there's or in Taki.
Yeah.
The other guy's kind of in the mix, I think. But Caleb, if he's healthy, he's not going to be sitting on it. He's not going to be, he's going to be the first one off the bus, scaring the crap out of everyone and starting. But hopefully his foot holds up.
Yeah. Okay. So round 3, they had their pick of 97th overall. They took tackle Caleb Tiernan, 2 Calebs that I can easily confuse this season, from Northwestern.